everybody, it's Maddie, and I'm back with my next video. It is a speed build of a dorm renovation. So I took this dorm that is already built in Bridgester, and I'm taking each of the rooms and making them a different color. So each room will be styled based on the color of the wall. It kind of was already built this way, like the whole color scheme idea, but I wanted to make it more of my style. So I did change the colors of the rooms and everything. I didn't keep them the normal colors they were, but I did pick green, pink, yellow, and then blue. And then I kept the bathroom very black and white, minimal, clean, not too cluttered because it is a dorm bathroom. So I feel like people don't really leave their stuff in the bathroom. They keep it with them in their closet or a drawer in their room. So it was very easy to do the bathroom. I just changed the sinks out, changed the colors of the stalls, and added some different mirrors. And I love the way it turned out. I think adding the tall mirrors in the back I feel like that was just needed to make it, to make the bathroom look a lot bigger than it actually is, but two, because the functionality of it is great. Just to get ready and have a full-length mirror to see yourself in when you're all done that's the best case scenario. I hate when I'm in a public bathroom and I can't see like my pants and my shoes and how my whole body looks in an outfit. I'm just very particular about, I always have to check what I look like before I go out of the house in a full-length mirror. So I felt like that was needed in that bathroom. But anyways, here I am moving on to the pink room, and I chose those beds because they had like a light pink hue to the bedspread, but mostly minimal, or not minimal, but neutral. So it wasn't like bright pink like the walls are. So all the other pinks in the room are kind of muted, but I feel like it's just a really cute space. I add some clutter in those shelves and then some storage boxes up top because everybody knows in a dorm room, storage is key. So having those huge closets with the drawers and everything is just so nice. And I feel like these rooms are really spacious for dorm rooms and they have a lot of windows. And I love just how all the layouts turned out. And yeah, this wasn't honestly like, this was one of the easier builds that I've done because I really had a mindset of like, this is what I wanted to do, and I just saw it in my head and went for it. And so it was really easy to just kind of come up with everything, especially because it was kind of a repetitive process. I mean, each room has 2 beds, 2 closets, 2 desks. So it's kind of just picking and choosing which ones I liked the best for each color scheme, and then the clutter that best matched the color scheme and like the room. And I also wanted to add a white stone fireplace to each of the rooms. So here you will see me add them to all of them. I just felt like it kind of, if I just put a fireplace in one room, it would be weird. I feel like they would all have fireplaces if one of them did. So I decided to go ahead and just make that another accent in the room, as well as I kept all the closets the same wood color, just because a lot of times, you get a closet or a bed or a nightstand when you come to your dorm room, like you don't really get to pick that. So I wanted to keep them I wanted to have them all be the same, just to make it more realistic for what a dorm room would actually be like. But here I am moving on to the yellow room, and again, you see the bed, desk. I put a dresser under just for some storage for more clutter. And then I also add a closet in as well. So they have a lot of storage for their clothes, items, and everything. Just because this is a single room, I could have added another bed under there, but then there wouldn't really be space for 2 desks and 2 closets. It was a very small room to work with. So I decided to just keep it with one person. And honestly, if I was living in a dorm, I would be living in this room. I have a yellow car, so I really like the color yellow. But I also love the color green, and I think the green room, decor-wise, is my favorite. But if I was in a dorm, I would want to be by myself. I'm just such an introvert. I think living with somebody that I never met or, like, beforehand would be a lot for me. And I think I'm such a private, personal person. That was a funny combo of words. But I I love my alone time, and my time with my boyfriend. So I feel like I really couldn't handle living with anybody but my boyfriend. We work so well together. So if I did have to go to a dorm, which thankfully I don't have to do because I am in community college, so we have an apartment instead. But yeah, so I kind of skipped the whole dorm thing, which it's kind of sad because I wish I had that experience for like one of my years of college. But honestly, I wouldn't change a thing. I love having an apartment over having a dorm, more space, and we get to have our pets, which is the most important part to me. So, and I get to live with my boyfriend. I wouldn't get to live with my boyfriend if I was in a dorm. So, yeah, I don't want to live in a dorm. That would not be very fun. But if I did, again, I would be by myself, and this would definitely be a good layout for somebody who's living by themselves. I mean, they have the bunk bed, the plant corner, they have a cozy fireplace, and then I added that little comfy chair in the corner, and I felt like it was such a fun place to just cozy up and read a book, put on your fake fireplace. I mean, I'm guessing those ones are, like, realistically, they'd be fake, because it'd be a fire hazard to have real fires in there. So turn on your fake fireplace, put some TV on, chill in that corner, watch the stars outside. So, yeah, I love the yellow room, to be honest. I think it is my favorite. But next up on the dorm renovation is the living room. So, I wanted to keep it pretty simple, but I wanted it to have a lot of seating availability just because there were, I mean, if you think about it, I'm trying to do math in my head and just putting words out there. 7 people. Oh my gosh, that took me a long time to do that math in my head. So sorry about that. There are 7 people living in this dorm. And so I decided to put 2 couches and 2 chairs, which you'll see me put in a second. And I also included a speaker system in the corner. I felt like it'd be fun if they could do karaoke, or if they had parties or were just chilling out here, that they could just blast some music. Every kid in a college campus has blast their music at some point. So, I mean, I have neighbors that I'm like, oh my gosh, like, just be quiet. But yeah, it happens. But yeah, so here are the chairs and the couches that I choose. They just look really comfy, and they feel like they would just be in a dorm. Like, they're not the best, quality, but they're couches. They're clean enough. They work, So I added some magazines and just some clutter pieces to the round coffee table, which I love how that coffee table looks. It fills up that middle space so well. And I really like the wood tone of it, especially just how short it is and the legs. It's just really pretty. I wish I had that coffee table. I really want it now. But I also added a little bulletin board area so that any events that were coming up or rules, anything like that, could be on the bulletin board. And then the chalkboard and that other board above were just kind of maybe some other information, maybe some safety procedures, stuff like that. So kind of just a command center for the living room. And I added these little half brick wall shelves to put some clutter on, just to make it more realistic. Some tissues. If you had to write something on the board, there were some pens for you. So just kept it very dorm-like. And I put a mirror and trash cans on the other side, just because I felt like if people were eating out in the living room, or if they had stuff that they were going to make, later I add a microwave and a coffee maker, but if they were doing anything over there, that they would need a trash can for their stuff. I guess their trash. That's what trash cans are for. They're for trash. I couldn't remember the word. I don't think I have dyslexia, but my boyfriend was like proofreading my essay, and he sent me this TikTok of like basically a situation that we were having where I thought that it was the correct grammar, like, throughout my essay, and he was like, that just doesn't make sense. And I'm like, yes, it does. And I would just, like, say it, and to me, it makes sense, but, like, grammar-wise, it was just not good. So, thankfully, he helped me with editing my essay, because otherwise, oh, man, I don't think I would have gotten a good grade on it if I didn't have his help. I hope that I get a good grade. But grammar and writing is just not my forte. But anyways, I'm rambling. And this is the blue room. I don't think I even said that we moved on to the blue room, but you guys saw that, so it's all right. But I added those beds, and I wanted it to be kind of a surfer feel in here. So I added palm tree pictures above each of the beds. And then later on, at the end of this video, I do add a surfboard to this room. So kind of felt like maybe some surfers moved to this college town and just wanted their room to feel like home, you know. So I added some chairs in the corner, which I feel like they look super cozy. They each have one, and it's right in the windows. And just I feel like they would just get a lot of light if they were reading or doing some schoolwork. That would be a good place to cozy up. But yeah, so there are the closets. I add a mirror in basically every room. I think the only room that doesn't have a full-length mirror is the yellow room. But again, there's full-length mirrors in the bathroom. So either way, she'll have one to use. But I thought this tree picture looked good, but I end up changing it at the end. And I'm really glad I did because it just wasn't really working with the other blues in the room. It was too teal. I felt like the color just didn't really match up. So I end up changing that at the end, and it just doesn't feel surfery. Like, it just doesn't feel like it doesn't match the rest of the decor, you could say. So I also felt like adding one thing to each room was like a picture strip. Assuming that it was already in the dorm room and each of them could use it and put pictures up. So I did add that to each room. At first, I kept them all the same color, and then I went back and changed each of the colors to match the room better. And this is also where I had the idea to add a refrigerator and a coffee maker and a microwave to some of the rooms that were bigger and had the space for it, just because this room, it had some extra space and I felt like it just needed something to fill it up. But also I wanted it to be realistic. But for the rooms that don't have those in their own rooms, I wanted them to have access to a microwave and a coffee maker. So I added them out here in the living area, and then I added some mugs to each of the shelves. I felt like those little baskets on the wall with the shelves are just so cute. And I've never used it before, but this was the perfect build to use it in. So here I just clutter up the desks, and each of the desks that I make, I add a laptop to, just because that's usually what students in college use. I felt like a lot of people don't really have PC monitors, like huge computers that are really expensive unless they're in a computer program, but all these students are in music programs, I feel like. So just because I add guitars to a lot of the rooms and have some speakers and music stuff throughout. So that was my idea, was potentially all these students were in the art and music department. So I finished up with the blue room, and I do add and change some things to each of the rooms at the end. But here I am starting on the green room, and I wanted it to have a lot of like plants, because obviously plants are green, but it just matched the walls so well to have a bunch of different colors of green and luscious, floral arrangements on the wall, all that cool stuff. So I also, in this room, I don't think I add a fridge or a microwave, but I wanted to have a little cart for there to have snacks, maybe some coffee stuff, some paper towels. So just random food they could put on this little shelf. And then there I added all of the little picture boards. I think I just changed the colors, but I kept that one over the bed just because I felt like the person on the top bunk could put some pictures up there, and it was just really cute. So, I don't even think I leave the flower wall hangings. I don't know if I keep them or not, but I might not. I love that plant, the smaller, like the medium-sized plant in that corner. It was from one of the CC packs that I got with extra plants, and I love it. I think it's the perfect size, especially if you size it down one on the Move Objects. Like, if you know that cheat to size down, it looks really good, just one notch down. And I really liked that rug. It felt really natural, and it had some hues of green in it, so I felt like it matched the room really well. And here, that little video was me going back and changing some things, but I didn't do a lot, so I kept it pretty the same. So now we're at the screenshot point of the video, and I really love how this turned out. Definitely let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you like this video and want to see more from me, give me a thumbs up and a comment down below on how you liked it and what type of videos you want to see in the future. But for now, I will have some more stuff uploaded on my Instagram today. I'll have another build in a slow-mo type reel video. So definitely follow me on Instagram. It is Madziasims. And if you have anything to say, definitely reach out to me over there. I love to connect with you guys. And I just really want to create a community with this YouTube channel. So reach out to me if you feel like it. I'm here for suggestions. I love hearing what people want to see. So I hope you guys all have a great day and beginning of your week. Happy Monday, everybody. I hope it is going well. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.